Good morning, everyone. My pleasure in events like this, you get to meet people you hardly meet. Joe, I haven't seen you in a long time. Ross Lukalo, the same thing. Those who may not remember history very well, Ross Lukalo was my deputy in another life. And I'm always pleased to meet very many other friends I haven't seen for years. I'll be very brief. I know there is a lot has been said and continues to be said about PO. It is difficult really to say enough about our departed colleague. But allow me to start by thanking KEG, Kenya Editors Guild, for organizing this event to reflect on our life and times as journalists with our departed colleague. Dorothy, before I go far, allow me to recognize you. I just walked in. We have heard a lot lately about PO, and we continue to hear, in the newspapers. I was reading very interesting anecdotes, radio programs. Yesterday it was John Kamau, very wonderful, reflections, anecdotes you can associate with. I saw something from Mwangi Githahu writing from South Africa. And I must say, Philip touched most of us who all practiced journalism through the 80s and 90s in a very, very special way. He's a man who influenced journalism and politics, media and politics, in a very significant way in this country. Through his writings, book writing, professional and social relationships, Philip did make a very great impact. Myself, I moved from reporting to the subs desk without a clue of what subbing was all about in terms of practice around 1997, 1998. And I was placed under the tutelage of one PO. PO was taught or trained us with a couple of others on language use, grammar, diction, syntax, and editorial judgment as gatekeepers. And I must say that training was to carry us through our careers. Throughout, I've been in the profession now more than 3 decades. And a lot of what I have practiced has had a connection with Philip Ochieng and Joe Kadhi. Joe Kadhi's training was mainly in the mechanics of editing. Those who came into the scene after the 2000, you may not know things that used to be called editing signs and symbols. There was a language for editors that you'd be taken through. I was a fan of PO myself right from the 80s when I was in school, early 80s. I used to go to the school library and I would appreciate. Of course, I was deciphering very little about Philip's writing, but I used to admire his English, his ideas that were way beyond me. Little did I know that I would find myself under his tutelage in the fullness of life. I must admit here, and that's why I'm happy to be here, that Philip and Joe Kadhi did get me started in my career as an editor. The skills, the knowledge, the expertise I gained from these two gentlemen and others, Joe Dinda included, Tom Shindi, and others, professional colleagues. It has really helped me throughout my life, as first as a journalist and now as a manager and leader at Kenya Broadcasting Corporation. We honor and celebrate a great man today. PO, may you rest in eternal peace. Thank you.